Oh, welcome. This is a much awaited video. Of course, I'm Tanya Powell. I've been talking about this forever, my spiritual spine journey. This spine journey brought me from Vancouver, British Columbia, all the way down to San Diego and all the way back up again. I really want to do the visuals with this and share this experience with you in real time. For I will be doing part of that journey again, and perhaps you would like to join me on part of it. This time I really went by myself. It had been since my 20s, and I'm now 55, that I did a solo trip. I have a 20-year-old daughter, so certainly none since then. And even 5 or 6 years before that, like, no. And so what was it like to be just me? What was it like to be with just my own thoughts, to have my very own experience? I'm so good at collaborating and joining with others, and this was just the opportunity to really go inward. For I believe we are all souls having a human experience, and that we come into this realm and forget what and who we are to make the experience feel and have these emotions and whatever we set up for ourselves beforehand as the part of the experience. And man, some of the oldest souls choose the toughest experiences. Me personally, I've been, in a tough home growing up in many ways, and I remember some distinct instances from childhood that my brother just doesn't comprehend. He's like, "What? It wasn't the house we were in." I was like, "You don't remember being that age." I do. And I remember many scenes that maybe I was the one that was supposed to wake up and witness, and to remind myself of, you know, of that I needed to protect. I needed to protect my brother. I needed to protect, right? So always on guard. And I've never, ever, ever fit in. I mean, I don't care anymore. So of course, we've got a posse of us that all hang out, and but I never fit into the narrative or the box that I was trying to put in, whether it be school or work. And quite often, my best jobs were those where the boss just went, away she goes, because I would use my energy. And I'm pure fire, people. I can be pure fire. And so I can burn through quite a bit until I couldn't. And so I've lived on the streets. I've been a heavily drinker, I've been a drug addict, and I'm still here, and actually bolder than ever, and proud of it all, because it all created who I am today. I am. It's coming home to yourself and remembering who you truly are. So let's get into it. Here we go. We're gonna make this bigger, and I'm done trying to protect or make anything like really amazing. I must be able to make this bigger. Edit full screen. File full screen. Image. Nope. View. Window. Fill. Does that do it? See, now that I've filled it, I'm not sure what you can and cannot see. So, at the end of the day, I'm just not going to worry about it. We're just going to go. And so, as I go through this, I was driving down to Port Townsend, which is on the Washington Peninsula there. And this town was quite incredible. But here's what's important about this part. I was working with Nikki on creating a logo for just me, not just Adventures for Connection. And I said, I just want it to be a signature with a heart. And so with a dark blue background, and the writing in it is actually like a bone color, so a little softer. And wouldn't you know it, she nailed it. And I'm so grateful because when I showed up at the hotel room in Port Townsend, this is what happens. You get synchronicities, and you can choose that they're coincidence, or you can go, "Oh, this is no coincidence. This is the room, and look at the back wall and look at the side walls. Like, what are the chances of that?" And so Port Townsend, and I'm sure I've got a picture of the town in here somewhere, I hope, but this town was built, um, because it was supposed to be a port for shipping, but the railroad came along and wiped it out. But when one digs into the history of it, it's quite profound at the skills to build back then and how they built it, almost like, and it's not to diminish them by any means, but like a colony of ants that just know what to do and everyone works together, or a hive of bees in a system, they come together and everything just happens, right? And this is what I woke up to in the morning, was a blue heron. And those of you that know me, I have a bit of an affiliation with herons because I see them on Salt Spring Island and down in West Vancouver here at the beach, and I'm in North Vancouver right now. There are like 20 herons. And my friend on Savory said to me, "Oh, yeah, they go in the trees to sleep at night." I'm like, "What? No way. That's a big bird." Because I always wondered, where do they go when they leave the beach and they're fishing? They do. I saw it. They showed me because I went to the beach. Like, we went to Savory and we came back and we went to the beach, and all these herons are in the trees. And I was like, okay, thank you for showing me. Like, you really start to have everything respond to you when you stop reacting, right? When you just start being really present and really observing everything that happens for you. And so this is a heron on the roof. Now, herons are, here's the spiritual behind the heron, here's the spiritual meaning or breakdown for you. They are between worlds. They live in the air, they live in a tree, right? Sleep in a tree, but they spend their days also in the water. And so when we think about the air that they fly in and the water, you can think about your mind, you can think about your higher connection, and water is like those emotions. And so as a heron flies over the water, it creates a shadow. It's got its own shadow it travels with, just like we do. And it does not fish until it knows it's going to get it. So it's patient, it waits before it takes action, aligned action. Mhm, just saying. And they're really beautiful birds. I've taken many stunning photos of them over the years, and I just really honor them. So thank you, Heron, for showing up for me that morning. And there's the landscape. So it was in late November, quite dark and dreary. It's just how it is in the Pacific Northwest. And we went out for a walk. I was meeting with a friend, the lovely Ray, who I only know from online, and a beautiful connection with her and her huskies. And as we're walking through the forest, I'm like, "Yep, North Vancouver. Okay, it's just about time to move on." And then a card comes through. Follow your own rhythm. This is from the Sacred Oracle deck, and really a reminder for all of us. Follow your own rhythm. Don't try and be like somebody else. Don't try and mimic someone else or think you're not good enough because somebody else can do it better in your opinion, right? You're perfect as you are. You have your own drum to beat, your own dance to dance, your own song to sing. Be authentically you. For we are in a time, do you want to be authentic or do you want to be synthetic? With the amount of AI out there now that people are living by, we're really finding that to be true. And I just can't. I mean, I play on it a bit, but I can't. I need to be me authentically. And here I am being authentically me and showing you that you too, right? Then I went down to Oregon to hook up with a couple that I'd never met and their beautiful daughter, who's just a couple years old, and I taught her something which I just found out today that it's stuck. And I'm like, yes. And it's literally this and saying, yay me, when you do something you are proud of. Because that action, yay me, is is just you're cheering yourself on. You need to be your own best friend if you want to make it in this life. Trust me. You got to fall in love with you, all parts of you, unconditionally. And that's easy to say and a little more challenging to do. But that's okay. It's an eternal journey. There's no rush, there's no race. Take the aligned actions and keep moving forward. But it's raining out, so I'm like, no, I'm staying in a cabin and I'm gonna have a little fire. So here I am with my little setup. Oh, and then I'm trying to figure out where I'm going next. And this is a picture of Mount Shasta on the map, on Google Maps. And what do you see? I did not think, because all right, I've already been in the rain in the Port Townsend, and unfortunately, I don't have any buildings in here. I may have one later on. And and then I'm like, "Really? You want me to go to Shasta? Really? I don't wanna go to Shasta. It's cold there. There's snow. I'm looking for heat." But then I saw these pictures and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to Shasta." And so this is the very top of Mount Shasta here, and then there's, a specific panther meadow at the bottom there. That is a very magical space. I quite love it. I absolutely love it. And here's the sun in the morning coming through as I'm out picking mushrooms still in Oregon. Haven't left for Shasta yet, still deciding. And we've got a little video here. Oops. I just did something to it. So we're just going to pause that, stop it, and then I'm going to go back to where I was. There we go. Looks like I can't play this for you. And whoops, and there we go again. So in I can't play it for you. So I'm walking along in a rest stop, and at this rest stop, I meet. Let me just see if I can find that's the same one. Um, was it that rest stop? No, it's when that had to be the rest stop. At this rest stop, I see a guy with a dog, and I had packed, like, ask Norma Jean, she knows. I will always pack more food than we need so that I can be flexible and have what we want. And so I had obviously overpacked because I didn't eat very much. I wasn't eating very much. I wasn't hungry. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I'm just not really eating much. And so I had packed too much food and some of it was frozen. And I was like, really don't want this to go to waste. Well, at this rest stop is this fellow with his dog, and we can see Shasta there. It's beautiful. You can feel the energy. And here's me going into Shasta. Let me finish the story. This fellow, I go up to him and pull over and I said, "Hey, I have some food for you. I'm I've been, I ended up staying at somebody's house and eating there instead." And so there was just these things happening where I wasn't getting to eat the food. And so I said, "May I gift you some of this food? It's homemade. It was frozen. It does need to be eaten." I gave him like some bread and some vegetarian chili and some meat and some fish. And I had also for his dog, I had like a bag of treats. And I always have dog treats in my car. And so I just gave him the whole bag. And he told me, we had a little chat. And he said, "Do you know, I just left my house. I was diagnosed that I was going to die. And I left and I came and I lived in the mountains. And I've lost all this weight." In other words, he's healed himself by pulling himself out of society, basically. And he's got this dog with him. And so it was a really beautiful, touching moment. And I was just so honored to connect with him. And I told him how amazing he is and to make sure he takes care of himself and the dog, and that nature will always nurture you if you know how to be respectful to her. Yeah. Back on here. And I have another video that I can't play. Didn't realize I couldn't play videos. Oh, well, that's okay. So here's me going into that's the peak of Shasta there, and I'm in the parking lot right now. And there's this area called Bunny Flats that a lot of people go and sit at. That would be my fire. from the night before. And this is where I am staying in Shasta. It's like a little cabin area that was really quaint and sweet. Big paw print. I think it's a bear's print as I'm in Shasta. And this is outside of Shasta. Shasta's way in the background. So when I left, there's a reservoir there. And it was a beautiful reservoir. All the hummingbirds were saying hello there. But it was pretty cool to witness. And I had no idea it was there. So I'm just stopping at what I see when I'm called to stop, taking in some sunlight. And after Shasta, I literally was opening Google Maps and going, zooming in and going, if I'm here, where can I drive to? And this place shows up that there's the art gallery piece. This place shows up where we're going to go back one. Yeah, this is where I am. It's a mineral hot springs, not just a mineral hot springs. It's a very old hot springs. And it'll come to me, the name of it. And as I'm there, and it's, clothing alternative, I was so excited. Jade's like, are you crazy? I'm like, no, I'm going to enjoy because I could lie out in the sun and be naked, right? And it wasn't creepy and it wasn't weird. And I just realized I have 111 slides on here, so that's interesting. It wasn't weird. And it is here. I got up in the morning and there's a video that I did put out in regards to the morning light and that pre-dawn light. That pre-dawn light, they call it civil dawn, which I'm like, I don't know why it's called that. The pre-dawn light is the light that goes into your eyes. You have more mitochondria in your eyes and around your eyes than anywhere else in the body. Well, that must be something important. And I had gone on and listened to a podcast I downloaded when I didn't have cell service. And I was listening to this fellow, Jack Cruz, and I was like, of course it does. He's a neuroscientist, a neurosurgeon, sorry. And he's actually broken it down and used optometrist teachings to show them they're saying this is true, but it's not the way you were taught. And so he's quite the fellow. A lot of people find him a little too arrogant. He's just frustrated because most people can't hear him. I'm like, dude, they're just programmed. But I could hear him loud and clear that morning light, you do not crave coffee in the morning. You are craving light. And I would say some body movement and grounding because you are bioelectric. You are not just chemical. You are like a battery. These are your terminals, your hands and your feet. You take a charge in from here, you take a charge in from your skin. I even just found out the other day, like 2 days ago, that infrared light can go through up to 7 layers of clothing and it goes through the skin. So if you're being outside and you're charging, you are literally getting charged up, regulated, cleansed. Like this is what being human is all about. It's the biology, the bioelectric that creates a chemical shift within the body. It's just, there's so much to this that I'm so passionate about. As I'm there, I meet this fellow from Shasta. Go figure, and not naked at the coffee shop. And we start talking, and we really start talking. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm coming back through Shasta, but I'd love to check out your property. Oh, he's building a retreat space. You can't make this stuff up, guys. This is how beautiful it can be when you are in flow and get out of your own way. This is his piece of art because this whole area had a huge fire. A huge fire. And look at this. This is a sunset on my way from there to my next spot. And I went and stayed on what is it? The government branch land management, BLM, weird, right? But that's what it's called. And I did it because there's my view from that night of the moon. Look how stunning that is. There's the next sunrise. And then of course I'm like, well, I got to get over and see this more. Now I realize I picked a high spot. Look at all the fog. I never would have seen the sun rise if I hadn't chosen to go up higher. And it was windy, but it was worth it. Yeah. Hello, sunshine. Oh, and then I went to Pismo Beach, and I went down, and that was just a day drive to on my way to San Diego. And I decided that I would go down to the beach. And there's also a Mariposa gathering there of the Mariposa butterflies, which is so beautiful. I only saw a few, but the essence of the fact that there's a road right there, and there's camping over here, and there's the beach. I'm like, Pismo Beach feels frozen in time to me because it's all these like low buildings. It reminds me of a California coastal town that has not changed, not in the way everything else has changed so much. So, and then I'm sitting there grounding and just taking in the sun, being a plant. And I look over and I'm like, dude, you're staring at me. It's a hawk. More messages, more, reminding us that, he's just sitting there taking it in too. Prey animals are very specific about how they hunt, how they take care of themselves. And there's a little picture for you. It's quite a beautiful shot with the ocean. Yeah, I was really impressed with this area. And then I got to my friend's place, and now I'm just outside of San Diego. This is Elko. This is my friend Diana, who was at Vedette Lake for all those years. And so I know her quite well. And this is Elko. Elko was so excited to see me because when I show up, Elko's like, oh, my playmate's here. She showed up. Oh my God, she's here to see me. And so it's just a really cute play. And there's me. I was doing a phone call. There's me and my shadow. There's me. Crazy hair. And there's a beautiful moon. And this is the property. There's vineyards here. It's in this place called Romano, which I thought was super cute. Yeah, that was a good shot too. Love the rays off of this one. There's Elko down in the vineyard. There's me and Elko hanging out. There's Piggy. We're at a wine tasting place. They got a little piggy there. There was hummingbirds kicking, and there's the sunset that night. I got lots of pictures of sun. And then I went over to Joshua Tree. And this is another friend, Lisa, who many don't know at all. She's on she's part of the trust stuff that I've done. And so we're sitting on a granite tub, and on this granite tub, you can have your mineral hot springs. We will definitely be doing an event there. And then I crawl into Joshua Tree by myself. And I can't say enough about the energies there. You have to be in these places and really slow down and feel them. Like, look at this. Look at the way the rocks grew here. Like, it's just profound. And the squish face in the rock above that. And I'm just admiring this spine in the rocks. And I'm like, I'm on a spine journey. I'm traveling the spine within myself as I travel a spine on earth, which is that coastal spine of mountains. And that's how I ended up coming back up was inland. But this is just, yeah, look at that. Look at those rays off that. You get another headshot. Looks like a fish. Does this not look like coral under the ocean? There's a close-up of the spine, one of them. There's me at the Heart Rock. I got somebody take a photo for me. And then there's another beautiful spot, this archway that many go to. I just thought that was a super cool shot. Yeah, they're just incredible. It's an incredible energy there. And the sun just really reminded me of that dandelion. It's like the sun is sending out its seeds. It's sending out like vibrations and energy and healing for us, which is one of the reasons that we see so much of the clouds coming in. It's trying to stop it, but you can't stop it. It still comes in no matter what. photonic energy cannot be stopped. Yeah, and it's really beautiful. It can be weakened, it can't be stopped. And I was just loving how much sky. Being a girl that lives on the side of a mountain for so many years, I was really loving the amount of sky. There's a little shot from the edge of the tub. That's the granite tub I'm in. Oh, this, as I slap my face, this is the picture Michelle showed me. So after all my mineral bathing and doing fascia maneuvers on the body, I managed to tear something in my colon, my upper digestive, going into the stomach. And this is what Michelle was showing me energetically. So after Lisa left and after my day out in the woods or in the Joshua tree and really hanging out on the land there for several hours, I realized, you know, the next morning I had the tub and then I went, oh, I'm not feeling so good. And went inside and I'm like, oh, it'll pass. I probably just need to have some water and eat something. Well, nope, that triggered it. So I ended up puking and puking. And the pain was so bad that I ended up phoning Michelle, who does energy healing, and she's a beautiful healer. If anybody needs some soul treats, she does a beautiful job. And I couldn't even work on it energetically because I was too in it. So I called her and she's like, "What the hell have you done?" As I'm talking to her, I'm puking in the sink. And she's like, "You might need to go to the hospital." I was like, "No, don't need that. I just need you to tell me what's going on so I can work on it." And this is what she came up with was a rip there. And as that rip happened, so she managed to energetically get it back up, dissipate the pain so that I could then work on it and go lie down. And so I ended up staying an extra night there to do that. And then I ended up fasting for 3 days and having only some juice, um, organic molasses, which I don't know why I brought it with, but I brought it with, and honey, organic honey. And I would just, when I felt hungry, I'd have some of that. And then I was heading home. I'm like, okay, if this acts up again, I'm going to need to be at home, not here for this. And I had a cute little bunny staying with me and a cute little birdie. Nature is always around for these events. I wonder if I can zoom in on this for you guys. I don't think I can. So this looks like a spaceship crashed into the side of the mountain. Seriously. This is on my way heading north up from Joshua Tree. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe it won't play it. Booger bugger. It won't let me zoom in. I'll try and get some of those zoomed in. If you want the zoomed in picture, let me know in the comments. And then I end up staying, of course, at another mineral spa, but I'm camping. I'm in a tent. They're so beautiful and so rampant. I didn't spend a lot of time in there, but I did go for a walk. It's a little cooler. I'm further north. Can't remember the name of this place either. But I will get them posted if you're interested in the mineral springs. And just the light. I just can't say enough about how much better I feel with light. And then this is another picture of the mountains. So basically I did this loop going around Yosemite Park. So I'm on the back side of Yosemite Park now. Again, just drive, and I'm giggling driving down the road here because they're whoop-de-doos. They're going like this. I don't know if anybody's driven that particular highway, but they're literally whoop-de-doos. And I was giggling because it felt like a ride. Good thing nobody else was with me. Look at that shot. And then I still have my little heater buddy. I picked this up before I went on my trip so that I could really enjoy the adventure in a new way. And I had my down booties on, and my little heater buddy went everywhere with me. I didn't care, a little bit of propane. This girl does not like to be cold. And look at that shot. It was really crazy the way the light was in the sky. And of course, the picture doesn't do it justice. There's another one. There's one of those rainbow columns. You've all seen those. And now I'm heading back up towards Shasta. And I stop somewhere and I get this really cool tree. And we get to see the animals. Now I'm at Another dear friend that I'd never met in person, but had met lots and chatted with a lot online, and I'm at their farm, and they've got sheep and baby goats. These goats rocked my world. I swear they were so much fun. They are so cute and so sweet and such a couple of party animals. Seriously. And what they do is they'll sniff you. That's how they get to know you. They sniff and sniff and sniff. I will never forget those little goats. They really were so much fun. And then Jade's at home making these cookies for her friend's birthday, and I just thought I'd share the cute little bear cookies. Yeah, there's the goats. They're just sniffing away. I wish I could play some of these videos for you, but for some reason we can't, so we won't. And then they have these beautiful cows. There's us out with the goats on the farm. This is back in Washington State. Everywhere was flooded, so these goats actually came in from another farm that had to evacuate. So they were just caretaking them for a short time. And you can see the sheep in the background behind the chickens. So that's where all the sheep are. And on this day or the next day, I had the goats. Yeah, and all of a sudden I heard this stomping. I was outside the barn door was open, and we didn't want to mix the sheep and the goats. So I was staying outside with the goats, and the door was open and the sheep were in there. Not the rams, the sheep, the female, the ewes. Anyways, I hear this like charging, and I turn my head, and now I'm on the opposite end, and these guys are coming from behind me. Somehow they got out, but they were coming charging at me, and I whip my head around, and I'm like, "Where the hell did you come from?" And they're both like this at me, big eyes. I'm like, "Get your ass in the barn right now!" And they went in the barn. Oh, how the hell did you get those guys to do that, Tanya? I just told them. Huh, you're quite the farmer. I just remember her saying that they'd like to headbutt people, and I was like, I'm not getting big fucking bruise right now. Oh, there's that column or another one. There's a skull picture from Joshua Tree. Some more sunset, sunrise pictures. Ah, yes, this is me. I don't know how these got mixed up, but who cares? This is back in Joshua Tree, inside the tub there. And there's me on my way down. Now look at the difference in my hair from November until now, right? Like, wow. This is me. I had no way to cook and I wanted to eat, so I toasted it on the coffee maker. That's back in Port Townsend. There's one of my fires. I just entertain myself. I swear, you guys, you make it work. This is the inside of that cabin I stayed in. This is the little creek where I was camping at the hot springs. I'm not sure why these are so mixed up. Oh, well. There's Shasta in the background and more sunrises, me in bare feet. I love me some bare feet. I love the sand and I love the sunsets and sunrises. They just really float my boat. And now I'm getting further north, obviously. Yeah, these mountains were beautiful. Just beautiful. There we go. There's another goat shop for you. So there you have it. And now it's not telling me how to do my stop share. Isn't that funny? Well, let's try that. There we go. Hi. So there you have it. Let me summarize it a little bit for you. Ah, now that I'm back and now that I've integrated and I've done so much since, it took me some time to process. And I didn't really want to do a video until I'd gone through it myself again and just feeling back into those spaces and places. I need more light. At this point in this vessel, in this time and space, I need more light throughout the day. And I would like to be somewhere a bit warmer. So Jade and I don't see the same way. That's my 20-year-old daughter. She loves the snow. We were in the snow yesterday. I love the snow too, but I want to see some sun instead. So we will be moving at some point. It really showed me that. It also reminded me how good it feels to only worry about me and to be in complete joy with myself, to just be with my own energy. I was never lonely, ever, ever. I don't get lonely when I'm doing that. I really enjoy my own company. This is coming from somebody that used to keep themselves so fucking busy that I didn't have time to think about self, right? That's that energy, and only you can shift your own energy. Only you can create the very best version of you. Others can guide you, others can show you and lead the way. Yeah. So there's my spiritual spine journey. And the gut thing and the lower back is on the mend completely. It's definitely part of where I'm at and a whole new perspective on the vessel and how important my vessel is and things that I'm adding into that and shifting, whether it's being barefoot out in the morning light, even though it's cold. I've been doing it. Um, and I do a low squat for about 5 minutes a day and just relax that whole area. We're not taught to nurture ourselves. Those of you that know about the yoni stuff, that's been coming in. So some real feminine, divine feminine work around that, around the breath and moving the breath through the body in a new way. So in many ways, at the bottom of my spine journey, I was showing something else that needed to be worked on and was actually the cause. At first, I thought it was more food related, and it is the gut because that's your second brain. But you also have your sacral, the void within you, whether you're masculine or feminine. And we never nurture that. We're so focused on the heart these days, we've forgotten about where we came in, how we come in, and what that is, the creation space. It's that space within you where you can go and never feel alone. In fact, you can feel the universal energy. You can feel the love. That's what I learned on my spiritual spine journey. I hope you enjoyed it. We are doing once a month meetings, and make sure you're on the newsletter. We have Egypt in May, only 2 spots left. So excited for that trip. It's an immersion. Due to the level of commitment I have to myself, that level of commitment shows up for everyone else that's around me. And so I look forward to sharing that more. I'm working on a course right now about the bioelectric body and about the hara, which is that space in your sacral, and sharing more of that with you. Yeah, I love you. Have a beautiful day.